can we talk about a pet peeve of mine?
Did y'all see me just dodge that microphone?
A pet peeve of mine is when you ask someone the time and they give you the exact time.
Why?
Don't give me the exact time.
I want the exact time.
No, if it's 1:38, say 1:40. Round up.
It depends on the setting that we're in. Like, if we're... Well, you also have to... I guess the difference for me is that I'm a preschool teacher. And so... Or I have been a preschool teacher for so long. And, those schedules are very detailed. So... You're, like, down to the minute about everything.
But it's, like, 0 or 5. There's no 2, 3, 7s, 8s. There's none of that. I won't accept it.
I don't agree.
No, because we are a product of how we grew up, right?
Absolutely.
My grandma would never tell you the time. She would tell the time in the most complicated way.
Like 12:30.
A quarter till, 12:30, and it took me forever to be like, so it's 12:30. Thanks. But anyways, welcome everybody. The Underwhelming Couple here with the third episode of the Window Therapy Podcast. The first one that we are actually going to have the appropriate video. So we have our first 2 episodes are on Spotify. Follow us on Spotify, Window Therapy Podcast. And yeah, it's been a lot, but we're here. Follow us on TikTok, The Underwhelming Couple. Follow us on Twitch at The Underwhelming Couple. TikTok, Oliver Lloyd the rapper. Someone's gonna actually follow that. And
there's nothing there because
we're
getting there.
I don't know how to use TikTok, ladies and gentlemen.
We're still learning. We're new to TikTok.
I don't know how to get it. She knows what she's doing. I try to do it on my own, and I fail every single time. So TikTok, The Underwhelming Couple. YouTube. Is it YouTube? The Window Therapy Podcast or Underwhelming Couple?
Window Therapy Podcast.
Window Therapy Podcast. See, we got so many socials that I don't even know which one's which.
Sorry guys, had to do a little hair check there, But fine.
Yeah, here we are. So let's explain the roller coaster that this podcast was.
It's been quite the...
Yeah, so we are in a completely... It's going to sound like I'm stunting. I'm not stunting. We are in a different room of the house. No. So, again, and I explained this on the last episode that's on Spotify, where I talk about the idea of the Window Therapy Podcast was to have a podcast in bed that has been done already. So it turned into a regular chill podcast called Window Therapy Podcast because we have a bedroom that has a nice window seat in a big window.
Just like this one.
This is still a window.
It's the exact same, really.
So the issue is I have a PC that I do all my due diligence on, and this is in here and it cannot be moved.
Right.
So we were in the other room. We bought all this, basically these props.
Pillows.
Yeah, pillows and whatnot for the scenery of the podcast. And we were just going to sit on the floor and chill, because that's what we do. We go in the back room. We had the record player in the back room, and we kind of just throw on a record, and we'll play chess, we'll play Monopoly, Scrabble, and just lay on the floor and chill out. There's no furniture or anything back there. That shows that we're poor. So there you go. And
maybe we just don't want furniture back there. Why you gotta call us out like that?
Yeah. So, and we probably did 4 or 5 test episodes where we're just in there. And let me tell you something. Sitting on the floor, it ain't it.
Wasn't it?
It ain't it.
Wasn't it?
I just I figured I'm youthful in a way. So that's what I had a dream about when I was taking a nap. That's what I was dreaming about when I was taking a nap. I told you, we took a nap yesterday, and I dreamt the entire time. And I never dreamed, so I must have been tired of shit. I had a dream of me turning 27, and I wasn't young anymore. That's what it was.
I'm sorry, it's not funny.
Yeah, I hopped out of the fountain of youth. But, so we did the podcast, and we did a bunch of test episodes, and you kind of got up, and your knees a little sore, legs a little sore.
Your ass hurts.
Well,
sorry.
You got more to worry about back there than I do. Yeah,
Should hurt you more because you don't have more back there to work with.
It just gets numb after a while.
I mean, it does. No, but we were like trying to sit crisscross applesauce, which I mean I am now, but it's more comfy in a chair. And then you have to stretch out your legs, and we're like knocking stuff over, and I mean it was just kind of a fiasco.
Yeah. So the last episode, I don't know what the hell happened. I think I've been sick the past couple weeks, and I had no idea, because if you listen to the most recent episode, that's on 2. Spotify. If you listen to the end, you'll realize that I'm wrapping things up because I'm about to pass out.
He takes his headphones off and just like falls on the floor.
And I go, it was hot in the room. I think I was dehydrated, and I think I was sick. I think I've been sick. And so, no, I ended the podcast real quick. We end the podcast with a music review or a music recommendation, and I remember just say the first album that comes to your mind, and I was like, Blanco 6 by Millie's, bye. and then I literally knock everything over, and I lay on my stomach on the floor because I was so uncomfortable, and it was so hot because we have the lighting and everything. So it was quite something, and we kind of got up and said we have to figure out what we're gonna do. So we ended up moving everything. Well, not everything, but we ended up moving most of the stuff into the bedroom that has the PC for my studio and everything.
Yeah, because we were trying to do the recording and stuff on my laptop, which
it's not even a laptop.
It's not even a laptop. It's a Chromebook, that I use for school.
I was last week years old when I found out that a Chromebook is its own thing.
Yep, it's not Windows.
So it's like Windows is PC, Mac is Apple,
and then it's Chrome OS.
Then there's a Chromebook. I had no idea, but I obviously knew that those things are cheaper and they're kind of meant to just like take notes at school and stuff like that.
And that's exactly what we got it for. Was for my college classes.
We were trying to squeeze $1 out of a dime, and
for sure.
Now I think now is the more appropriate setting. It's still a good setting. We still have our record player, our records. Who we got? We got Kids See Ghosts.
Kids See Ghosts. That was my pick for the week.
That's your pick. Great listen. Great.
It's only
listen.
like 5 or 6 songs.
It's an EP, but it's just delicious.
No, it really is.
Such a good listen.
Delicious.
And then I got my favorite Michael Jackson.
Oh, you know
album.
what? I was gonna pull up our Twitch on here.
That's not my favorite Michael Jackson album. I just realized that. My favorite's Thriller. Bad. I picked Bad. Oops. My favorite Michael Jackson album is Thriller, but Bad is still fantastic.
Forgot that I was gonna pull this up just in case anybody popped into the chat room.
Yeah, make sure it's turned down so we aren't in an endless loop of
echoes.
Talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So now we are in the right room, connected strictly to the PC. Everything, and we can actually see ourselves on camera back at us. So,
and also another big issue that we were having was being able. The whole reason that we don't have video for the last 2 episodes is because we were recording the episodes on my phone, and I would have to go and edit and try to match the audio, and it's a very tedious process.
It's the most complicated
anybody
process.
Who knows and has done that, when you record on 2 different things, you have to like stretch out the audio. It's honestly ridiculous, and so we were like, how do we get the audio and video to just synchronize and be in one? And then Brandon was like, we can just do what we've always done.
Yeah, today I because we've streamed on Twitch, and we've streamed before, and when you have like a software like OBS and you have a mixer and microphones connected to it, everything's
all in one.
Everything's a one-stop shop. So we were doing things the most complicated way just because we wanted to be in that room.
Because that room is just so, it has it has the bench seat in front of the window, and it's really cute. But no, I like our setup, and I think this is going to be way more comfy. It's going to be way more workable. Like, this is definitely the move.
Okay, so I'm going to get busy.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to go right to it. So I have a little segment I want to do with you.
Okay.
So this is normally where I would I would have a question to ask and say, the thought-provoking question. I'm going to turn it into a little game. Okay. This game is called Red Flag, Green Flag.
Okay.
I'm going to list you some scenarios, and you tell me if you were a single person looking to invest in another person
Mm-hmm.
to date, to, you know, spend the rest of your life with. Like if we didn't, like if you just met me.
Sure.
These things, and these things have nothing to do with me, but I want you to say, if it's a red flag, you're not cool with it. If it's a green flag, you're okay with it.
What, can I have yellow flags?
Sure. It's not the game, but sure.
I just thought maybe, like, you know, if it's something that I'm kind of like on the fence about, like, can
Sure.
it be? Okay.
Okay. So the first thing is, plays video games every day. Red flag, green flag.
It's a red flag for sure.
It's a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the time that you spend playing video games.
Yeah, because when you say every day, it makes, as a woman, you know, looking for a partner, you question, like you said, how much time you spend each day playing those games. Now, if it's just like you come home in the evening and you're just chilling and you play for like 30 minutes, an hour,
yeah,
cool. I'm cool with that. That's how you're relaxing, chilling for the day. But if it's like you are spending hours upon hours every single day doing this, like, it becomes an issue, because then, you know, you're neglecting your other responsibilities some way, shape, or form.
Okay. Has a maxed out credit card. Red flag, green flag.
It's a red flag for sure.
Okay. Maybe not good financially.
Yeah, not good financially.
Or maybe doesn't balance his
yeah, you
his
haven't
finances very
haven't yeah, figured out your finances to the full extent. Now, maybe it should be a yellow flag, because there are things like, you know, when
Shit happens.
we're 18 and we're dumb and we get our first credit card, you max it out. That's what happens. You have to figure it out. So, I mean, maybe that should be more of a yellow flag, not just
Yellow
immediate.
flag.
I think you need more information from the person for that one.
Okay. Smoke cigarettes.
That's a 1,000% a red flag. Don't even play with me.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
I figured that.
disgusting.
I had to throw a couple in there. Okay. So this one's interesting.
Okay.
And I don't want you to think too much into it. Just no matter what, he can only have sex 3 times a week, or chooses to only have 3. Like, no matter what, he's having sex 3 times a week, no more.
But I think it's important to know whether it's that he that he is choosing that versus...
That's just what happens. We'll say that there's not like a medical reason, but that's just how it happens with him. It's just 3 times a week is when he gives it up.
So for me personally, I have to lean towards red flag, because your girl has needs, okay? And 3 times a week...
So you're saying 3 times a week is just not going to...
No, it's not enough.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine.
You gotta up that to at least 4. And that's still kind of not enough.
One more time?
It's not enough!
Okay.
You're talking 7 days out of the week and I only get it 3 times? No, I'm on the lesser scale. I need to be on the higher end of this scale.
Okay, fine. Fair enough. Okay. And this is all assuming that it's like a good guy.
Of course.
Yeah, this is not like any...
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Not like some asshole.
Yeah. Has kids from 2 different women.
Ooh, yeah. I dated a guy who had kid from multiple women. Yeah, no, big red flag. Huge red flag. Never should have been involved with him.
So you're going to use him as a judging point?
Yes.
Like, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, just because, you know, it seems like either 1, you have issues wrapping it up, or 2, you're extremely fertile or something, and maybe I'm not trying to have a baby with you right away.
Dude's got Michael Phelps as swimmers.
You know, something happens. What if you're like poking holes in condoms or something? I mean, who knows? Like, you know, you're just like out there getting women pregnant.
Okay. He's a vegan.
Solid yellow flag.
Just like right in the middle. You haven't had 1 green flag yet. Maybe I chose bad ones.
Yeah, no.
I feel like that's not true. I feel like
No,
you would
it's not true.
have an
I'm
issue with
joking.
that.
I'm really joking.
That's
No,
just...
if he was vegan, I would not have an issue with that at all. It's a green flag. I was completely joking.
Okay. This one's interesting. Doesn't care about politics. That's an interesting one.
That is an interesting one.
Because it's like there is ignorance is bliss.
For sure.
But also like not care at all.
Right. That's kind of where I was gonna go with it, because ignorance is bliss, and like you do, but I kind of feel like it's a little bit of a cop out to say, like, you know,
it
that you don't know because
I'm not in this though.
You know. No, I think in my opinion it would be, I would have to say yellow flag, because I think you could teeter the line either way. But, you know, it's like I want you to care about the things that, you know, make me itch, you know, that, you know,
To give
I
you
mean,
the
we
ick.
all know that, you know, I lean a little left. So, you know, if you know, if you hear something from the right and you're kind of like, oh yeah, like, you know, because you don't know anything, then I'm going to be like, hello? No. So, no, I feel like you've got to know something about politics for sure.
There's a sense of, you know, like if, you know, the whoever is being homophobic and the people that are into politics, maybe they don't have any people of the LGBTQ plus community in their family or friend group,
Right?
And so they're like, why would I care if I don't even know anybody? Like, why would I care? And that's the bigger
That's
issue.
the entire issue
Yeah.
with what's going on, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's all I had. That's a little game I put together.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. You want to go to Reddit?
Let's Reddit it up, my friends.
So if you have seen the first two if you've seen the first two episodes, we like to go to Reddit and read some scenarios. You pulled these Reddits pretty recently, so
I did. So hopefully
none of them are deleted. We've had so many times where we pull Reddit posts the night before and record the next day, and whoever posted
they're deleted.
They deleted, so we lose out on content. So
I also just saw a really funny title, and so I saved that one just now because we have to talk about it.
All right, let's see what's going on. Where are we at?
All right, so this one is a subreddit called "Am I the Asshole Here?"
Okay.
I love this one. Okay.
All right.
So the title of this one: "Am I the asshole for breaking up with my fiance before the wedding because he has a child?" Right off the bat, sounds awful, right?
Okay.
Right off the bat sounds awful. So I was like, I
Yeah.
gotta read this one. So it says, I, 25, my ex, 27, met when I was 20. He was a bartender back then.
Ooh, been together for a while.
For a while, yeah. For 5 years. We immediately started dating. He was cute and funny. We had an amazing relationship until 1 week ago. We have a wonderful daughter. She's 2. We didn't get married in 5 years because he didn't want to. He always said he was okay living together, but that he doesn't want to get married. I wasn't okay with that, but I got pregnant. Pregnancy stress, baby stress, etc. I didn't think much about it. 3 months ago, he proposed to me out of nowhere. He was in a hurry. He wanted to get married immediately, so we planned this wedding. I thought maybe he changed his mind. When I posted the proposal on Instagram, I got a message. A woman around my age DM'd me showing me his son's pictures, who is almost 5. So she had no idea.
Yeah.
That this child existed, okay?
Does he know?
So we're getting there.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. I was shocked and I confronted my fiance about it. I showed him the pictures and messages. He started crying. I comforted him almost 2 hours. Then he started to tell me about this woman. They met at the bar he worked. Our relationship was only 1 or 2 weeks old by that point. So they were in a relationship very early on, 1 to 2 weeks into their relationship.
Yeah.
Way back then. And he slept with this woman. She got pregnant. She told him that she was going to get an abortion, but she didn't. He learned 3 months ago that when she was back in town that she had his kid.
No, you can't.
Okay, but hold on, okay? Right, I know. So it's crazy, right? So he learned 3 months ago, okay? He was scared that I would leave him, so he wanted to get married. I broke up with him. I'm very sure about my decision, but my parents are telling me that we're wrong because they were so new in the relationship. But the whole thing for me, and I'm just going to jump right into this one, the whole thing for me is you found out 3 months ago. 3 months ago you found this out and you didn't tell me.
Yeah.
You know, like if you had told me, like at the right when you found out, the moment you found out, I could have way more understanding.
Yeah, like if I came to you and said, "Hey, when we were not together, I slept with someone." She then said, she got knocked up and said, "I'm gonna take care of it. Don't worry." Now, as a man, there's got to be some follow up.
Absolutely,
you gotta follow. You even go with her to get it done, you know what I'm saying? But that's a tough one. But no, he's 1,000% in the wrong. She has every right to leave him because you can't find out you have another human. Also,
and not tell the person that you're about to marry.
It just seems lazy overall on his part because when is it ever good enough to just... She's like, "Oh, I'm going to go get the abortion." When is it ever good enough for you to just be like, "All right, cool," and not check in?
And not only that, but the fact that you feel like even that alone is something that you would tell your, partner of 5 years. I think at some point you would say, "Hey, You know, we were super early on. We'd only been dating a week. We weren't even serious at that point. Me and this girl slept together, and she told me that she got pregnant and she got an abortion. Like, I feel like that's something you would tell your life partner, you know?
Yeah, no.
And especially when y'all now have a daughter together. Like, that's crazy. Anyway, I thought the title was so interesting of that one.
Oh, this is the one you just pulled up?
No, this is a different one.
Gotcha. No, that, yeah. Dudes, all, yeah, she can leave all, yeah, 1,000%. 1,000%.
I agree. I think she was in the right on that one. All right, now we are on to the unpopular opinion subreddit.
Unpopular opinion. Oh,
yeah, unpopular opinion.
That's different. We never done that one.
No, we haven't. I found this one. This one was cracking me up. It says 95% of people who say they like dad bods are just out of touch. Don't come at me.
That's on you. What am I going to say?
It says every single girl online, because I've only ever seen this online personally, who say that they like dad bods, follow it up with some ridiculous understanding of how fitness works or weird assumptions about people who keep fit. I'm not even talking about ripped, just not pudgy. They automatically associate being at a certain level of fitness to mean that you neglect other aspects of your life, i.e. he can't give me the level of attention that I'd like, which is so wrong I can't even describe how wrong it is. Or they say something even more absurd like muscle is too hard to cuddle against. It is, so I don't really know what you are trying to gain there.
So I have a couple of things to say as someone with the dad bod. Obviously,
that's why I picked this one.
No, so here's the thing. For one, I don't like dad bods because you want to know why? I like women. But
women.
So here's the thing.
He's a what? Sorry.
But he's a what? No, I'm going to comment the most recent thing I heard about a muscle being too hard to cuddle against. How can you say that that's not the case?
My point.
Unless you're cuddling dudes. If so, you need to do another post in another forum, is all I'm saying. So, how you feel about cuddling muscle is up to you, my guy. Or you messing with some bodybuilder chicks. If that's your thing, do your thing, Playboy. But me, personally, I'm overweight. I'm considered obese because that scale's ridiculous. Like what is considered obese
your
is
BMI
like insane.
Scale, yeah, it's stupid.
But anyways, I understand that people, if someone wants to be with someone that's ripped, I get it. If someone wants to be with someone that, but I will say religious, and I'm going to say religious fitness people have a track record of being kind of douchey. Kind of like and I'm not trying to say this is true. I don't blanket statement a whole group of people. Sure. That's not what I do. But it's out there, and people are more simple-minded and create their own assumptions however they feel like it. Can't stop them from doing that. But it's similar to the vegan culture. A lot of people think vegans are assholes because they try to throw that shit in people's faces and whatever. So.
Right, you might just be trying to share what you enjoy, but it comes off as trying to push the agenda.
I'll say this: if a woman is, if you are strictly going after people who are ripped because that's your cup of tea, I think you might be a little simple-minded. Even the opposite, if you're only dating dad bods because you think people who are going to be assholes, then you're a little simple-minded. That's all I'm going to say. But
you kind of have to have an open...
People have their opinions, man. Mm-hmm. But I want to talk more about how you like cuddling against muscle. You like filling them traps, my guy?
Yeah, he goes on to say that I'm not saying they don't like dad bods, they do, but they like dad bods because in their minds, being in shape equates to spending so much time and effort in the gym, you neglect your responsibilities.
It's also not that serious sometimes.
No, really.
It's also some people just want someone that's more, average looking.
And then the first comment says, I can't stand those damn dad bod guys getting all the chicks. Here I am with my massive biceps and six-pack abs, and women find it revolting. It's not fair, damn it. And then somebody goes under it and goes, and this huge penis, I wish it didn't exist. Oh my god, I'm so dead.
Man, I hate this massive schlong I have on me, dude. It's a gift and a curse.
I'm dead.
I go to take a shit and it just hangs in the water. I hate it.
Oh my god. That's so crazy.
No, but honestly, Everyone's got their cup of tea, man. I'll say this, even kind of on his side. Not really. I think he has a weird off.
He's got a weird perception.
He's gotten a left field take, but I will say, women who say they like dad bods, I don't think all of them are honest. I think
about liking the dad bod. My bad. That was weird.
I think, and I joke. I say this saying to you around the house, and it's a lot of the times it's me being funny, but I think they like the idea. Like, and I'm saying, let's talk about like a good looking woman that's not, I won't say in shape, but like isn't, bigger girls, thicker girls they're kind of against it. So let's talk about the average pretty girl, blonde hair, blue eyes, whatever you want to say, right? I think that women like that will tell you, oh, I love dad bods. I like the regular guy. And I think they like the idea of it because the idea is people with dad bods are less superficial, are more in tune with the mental than the physical. But I think when they entertain that, I think the attraction falls off. And then they're like, oh, I'm not really into it, but I should be, but I'm not, because at the end of the day, the physical is a massive. Relationships are 75% physical, and no one can tell me different. You can argue me all you want. At the end of the day, you are not going to spend the rest of your life, you are not going to dedicate long periods of time in a relationship where you are not fully attracted to that person.
You have to be.
Like, I married you because you are my ideal woman. When I used to, back in the day, when I used to go on little xxxvideos.com, like, I would look at women that look like my wife. Like, that's what I like, thicker women. Always have. I always reference, if anyone who knows me back in middle school and high school, I used to be skinny, 160 pounds, 8-pack. I was in shape because I played sports all the time. I never ate lunch. I was scared of cafeteria food. Fun fact. I was scared of cafeteria food. It made me.
I was too.
It made me sick.
That's a weird thing we have in common.
It made me sick a bunch of times. So I would literally fast all throughout the day, and then I go practice for an hour and a half.
Which is so good for a teenager.
And then I go practice for an hour and a half. When I got home, I would eat the whole kitchen, but like I already burned so much and all that shit. But anyways, I was 8-pack. In shape, no body fat, could get any girl I wanted, and I was with the thickies, man.
The little chunkies.
I was with the chubby girls. That was my thing. Like, that's what I liked, and that's what I still like. I could get a skinny girl if I wanted to, but I don't. I'm going to throw you across the fucking room.
No, I mean, I definitely get that. I have never been one who's been, super attracted to the, skinnier guy, or even the more ripped guy. Like, that's just never been my cup of tea. I've always liked the guy who
I don't know. Jason Momoa pops up on TV and you get excited.
Okay, so talking about celebrities and what we actually want to be with is two completely different things.
You're right.
Because... No. Anyway, and so, I've always liked a guy who's just, had a little more meat on his bones, something I can, I want to hold on to you just as much as you want to hold on to me. So, but anyways,
what else we got?
Moving on. I just thought this title was really funny and I wanted to share it. My boyfriend, 20 male, thinks the earth is flat. Should I, 18 female, break up with him?
Yeah, probably.
No, and then she goes on to talk about how he's like this conspiracy theorist and like all these things, and now is a Bible thumper, and he wasn't before. And I'm like, please break up with him. He sounds crazy.
You're a conspiracy theorist and a Bible thumper. That doesn't make sense. No, because that in itself is a conspiracy.
I know. If I just read you the post, like it's not good.
No, the world's not flat. They've debunked it. Even the head people of the Flat Earth Society have debunked themselves, and when they did debunk it, they got kicked out of the fucking group.
And then now somebody took over. And
then another idiot takes over. So yeah, crazy. You should probably leave him.
All right.
Don't date any conspiracy theorists.
Ever.
There are people in this world that are contrarians. Mm-hmm. And what if anyone doesn't know what a contrarian is? That's too big of a word for you. The contrarian is somebody that has to be on the opposite end of everything. Mm-hmm. You get excited by being on the opposite end of things. Like if they say, oh, you should do this. It's like, well, no, I don't want to. Mm-hmm. You should listen to this. No, I don't want to. I want to listen to this, what no one's listening to. Mm-hmm. That is rapidly increasing in this world. And it is so dangerous because they're multiplying. It's scary. And
everybody wants to be a hipster.
Everybody wants to find questions and ignore the answers. Next Reddit post.
I, 22 female, have the man I've been wanting for years, but now he, 27 male, irritates the fuck out of me. I love these posts. I don't know exactly how to say this. I love him. He's amazing. Never been happier in a relationship, but there's something that seriously irritates the F out of me. Every time I open up to him, it becomes a lecture about how I need to be thinking differently, and I'm sensitive, and I need to be more aware, or whatever it is. For example, an old friend of mine that I kind of miss texted me and asked me what I was up to last night. She didn't answer, so I got a little sad. I told my boyfriend about this, and he listened, and he goes into a rant about how I'm too nice, and I need to stop letting people use me and walk all over me, and this girl is just hitting me up for her own benefit, etc., etc. Side note, I don't disagree with him at all. It's just the fact that whenever I want to say how I feel about something, he gets like a know-it-all and tells me how I need to be. And not only that, he will repeat himself over and over, just phrasing it differently every time.
Yeah. So
I don't really know what you do there.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Like, if it's just this one thing, I kind of feel like y'all need to, like, sit down and talk about it more.
Yeah, here's what I say. When someone has an issue, there's these types of people in the world, and I don't necessarily think their heart's in the wrong place, but they want to fix everything, and they want to give you a piece of literature or a piece of dialogue that is going to make your problem go away. Because, and I'm going to give them some credit, it bothers them that you are going through something.
Absolutely.
And not in a bad way. Like, this is my person, this is my girl, this is my guy, whatever. And they are not 100%. They're sad. And someone made them sad, and that makes me upset. There's a lot of that out there. But you just have to understand that some people just need you to be like, that's crazy.
Right.
Like, oh, I hit my friend.
Some people just want you to listen, and that's it. My
friend hit me up and said she wanted to do something, and she didn't respond, and it made me sad, and just be like, man, that's crazy. I'm sorry, babe. Like, I mean,
give her a hug. Call it a day.
You want to do something? Like, we could do something, or like, what were y'all about to do? We could do the same thing. Like, shit like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's one of the ways. That's what people need. No one wants a fixer, because you come off as holier than thou, and you come off as like you have all the answers. Right.
And that's what she said, that he sounds like a know-it-all. And in the end, she's asking, I guess my question is, how do I bring this up to him without, sounding like I'm like trying to get onto him for, doing this? Because obviously,
well, he's getting onto you.
I think
so. Get onto him.
Oh, well, I guess she says, I guess my question is, how should I bring this up to him without it becoming a lecture, and without him getting upset with me that I find it very annoying that he feels the need to educate me every time I feel any type of emotion. I don't know. So I think,
what do you say? Let me feel my feelings.
Yep, I do tell Brandon that a lot. I say, let me feel my feelings. Because a lot of times that is what it is. As a woman, like, you don't want your guy to come in and try to fix it. And men naturally are fixers, like you said. Like, they want to fix whatever their partner is going through if it's something plaguing them. But a lot of the times, as a woman, we don't even really want that. We just want y'all to listen to us, hold us, hug us, and give us some kisses, and we'll be okay. That's really what we want.
That's it.
All right. I thought this was interesting, so I'm skipping over to Ask Men. It says, what do you prefer as a no? It says, you meet a girl at a party, have a small chat, you want to get to know her better and decide to add her on Facebook. She accepts, and you text her that you would like to see her again, but she is not interested. Would you prefer that she A, doesn't reply on the friend request, B, accepts your request but ghosts you, C, replies to your message that she doesn't want to go out with you, or D, something else?
I would love... It won't happen. It doesn't exist. I would love for someone just to be like, I appreciate it, I'm flattered, but I'm not interested. That is so removed from the culture, and I do not understand why. Like, we live in a society right now, especially with the younger generation, like the teenagers up to the young 20s and, the rising adults, where not responding to something is an option.
Mm-hmm.
And that's so lame. That's so, like, I don't get behind that.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, oh, this guy or this girl hit me up and I don't know how to properly say no, so I'm just gonna ignore them.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I guess if I were to rank those things, accepting and ghosting is the worst thing that you can do.
That's weird.
Because why?
Like,
but
just,
it happens.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. Not responding would be the second thing, and then first is just, say, I really appreciate it. So to let that guy or girl, I'm swapping, in different scenarios, let them know that, so they know that you're not an option. They can move on and start.
It gives that person that type of closure, like, okay, like,
No, I appreciate. And then it's like, okay, now I know, because if you accept and ghost or whatever, if it's a dude, that dude's just gonna continuously annoy you.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I've had women that I've not been incredibly interested in that would message all the time, and when you don't message back, or like I'm busy or something, they're like, oh, you don't like me anymore, and it's like, oh,
yeah, no, that's disgusting.
Stop.
I could never imagine like being a woman and saying that to a dude. Like, no,
they're out there.
How do you not, like, have a little bit more self-respect, please?
They're out there.
And my next Ask Man is, what is the most valuable lesson that you've learned from a failed relationship?
Well, I only have really one. I have one relationship that failed, and with that, that's a fucking. I have plentiful.
Plentiful answers.
Yeah, I have a cornucopia of answers.
Mm-hmm. But what's the one that you feel like is the biggest, most important one?
Always say what's on your mind, even if you don't feel like it's all the way necessary. Like, over-explain things. Kind of, I mean, I don't want to put our business in the streets, but when we were talking about, the housing situation, about like what we're going to do and what's our next move, I was like, here's what's on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Here's where I'm at. Was that probably necessary? Could I have said, it doesn't matter either way? Probably, but just over-explaining, because what I found from my last relationship...
Girls don't like when you just say whatever you want, by the way.
Yeah, well...
We don't like that.
What I've learned from my last relationship that really stuck with me the most, I think, is... Because we had conversations after the relationship ended, mm-hmm. and this was a 7-year relationship, and we had a conversation after, and she was telling me things about myself that was completely not true.
Mm-hmm.
Just like perceptions of me that was completely not true, but I never like refuted it. Like I never tried to clear my name. I never she would say, oh, like I would always want to do this and you would never want to do that, knowing damn well that is something I would want to do, but you had this perception of me, and I feel that comes from just being quiet.
Mm-hmm.
and not just explaining your points of view on things and your perception of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I joke a lot, and I think if you joke too much about a subject, they're just gonna think you don't care about the subject, when like that's not true. It's just such a non-issue for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can live example, I hope she watches this, a live example. So me and my ex, we got together when we were 14, and literally grew up together in a relationship, and lived together from...
Broke up when you were 22.
From 14 to 16, we were just in a relationship. From 16 to 22, lived together.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a long time, And me, I've always been a domesticated guy. I've always been a low-key, chill dude. I'm not someone that likes to go turn up a lot. I like to hang out at the crib.
Mm-hmm.
I make music, so I like to chill at the crib, work on some music,
sure.
Hang out, watch sports. That's my thing. She found out later that she is an extrovert, and
she wanted to go out more.
Yeah, and she, just because I lived my life the way I lived my life, she was like, "You never would have gone dancing with me," and I'm like, what makes you think that? Like, you're just assuming that because of how I live my life.
With her?
Yeah, why not? If you told me you want to go do something, what am I saying? No? If that's something you truly want to do, of course. Now, is it my cup of tea? No, but like, you watch UFC fights with me for 6 hours. Like, do you like it? Yeah. Is that like your preferred what you want to do right now? No, but you do it because like that's just what we do. So I mean, and that comes from me never. And when she would bring it up going dancing, I would probably joke and be like, man, why would you want to go do that? You want to go shake ass in front of people, you know, just as a joke. Mm-hmm. And I mean, she took it seriously, and you know, here we are. So thank you for that. But no, just like,
no, I mean, thanks to you, got us here.
Just spend more time expressing yourself and how you view things, so no one can put you in a corner, put you in a box, and mislabel you. That's what I would say. That's what I learned. Like, as a quiet individual like I am, I say I'm necessary. Like, I can get to talking about shit I'm passionate about. Like, I can get to talking about politics or sports or whatever. I can, with music, I can talk with the best of them. But overall, I'm a pretty quiet guy. Like, I'm a chill guy, and sometimes that can work against you. You could seem like you don't care about a certain subject, or it could seem like you know, don't care about something.
You can come off as passive, for sure.
Yeah, and that's just... I live that way personally because a lot of people get so stressed about shit, and when you're low key like me, you don't really get like that. You know, you kind of just take the punches as they go, and you know, I think you
it's valuable just to make yourself feel heard.
Yeah, even when you don't feel like it's necessary, just make sure you're constantly showing your partner who you are.
For sure.
That's what I took away.
I get that. I think for me,
Well, let's ask men, so let's go to the next question. I'm playing. No.
Hell. I think for me, probably the most important thing that I took away from, you know, my last relationship. I mean, anybody who knows me and knows us knows.
Someone's in the chat. What's up, chat?
What's up, chat? What's up? Let me look on my phone. What's going on?
We're talking about what you learned from a failed relationship.
Absolutely.
If you want to tell me what you've learned, but go ahead.
What'd you learn from your relationship, my friend? No, I think the thing that I took away from my last relationship the most was you know, just to not ignore the red flags, because I absolutely did. I ignored every
just the things that are like, that's a little weird.
The small things, super small things that like you don't even, you know. Which I mean, at the time, looking back now, they should have been way bigger.
Chat again.
But oh no, let's see.
What do we say?
Let's see what you said. I'm trying to get to it, my friend. I was just at it a minute ago. Help. Why is it not letting me?
Okay, now say what you're gonna say.
No, I mean that was kind of the, you know, the whole thing is just not ignoring the red flags, because, you know, I did ignore them, and it got me into a really crappy situation. And so, you know, my advice to any woman out there is just, you know, if there's things, if he's not constantly trying to pursue you, if he's not constantly trying to better himself, then he's just not that interested, and he, you know, doesn't really want to be with you. He's not the guy for you. You shouldn't have to question anything. If you have to question anything about how he feels about you or about the things that he is going to try to accomplish for you, he's not the one. And that's kind of where I'm at with it, you know?
Yeah, no, I can relate to that. Yeah, I pulled up the stream and the chat says it's empty.
Really?
Yeah. But
that's weird.
No, I definitely had those moments where there are things, because you get like a blind trust of your partner, and there's definitely was things where it, in the moment I was like, that's weird, but then I have that benefit of the doubt that I'm like, it's nothing. I'm sure if you're with someone, it's a numbers game. It's a law of averages. If you're with someone for so long, there are going to be coincidences and things that are just off because you really learn someone's pattern,
right,
and their processes and procedures. And there's going to be things like, that's uncharacteristic of you.
Absolutely.
But then you kind of brush it off. And then I learned the hard way, and I learned, you know, should have paid attention, because that was weird.
No, absolutely.
But
I think we both had quite a bit of that in different ways in our relationships.
What else we got?
The last thing, I just wanted to share the title of this one. It says, my 19 male vegetarian girlfriend, 20 female, hates that I eat meat. How do I handle this? I don't know why that's so funny.
That's a male?
It says that she's a vegetarian and he is...
I'm saying who's the author.
Oh, the guy.
Okay,
who
the
eats
guy
meat.
is...
And he's like, how do I handle that my vegetarian girlfriend hates that I eat meat?
Can you log into the Twitch?
Yeah.
So my question is, how long have they been together? Does it say it in the thing?
About 4 months.
Okay, so we're new. Okay, this makes sense. A lot of these posts, they kind of go in left field, and I get so... It's blasphemous that y'all haven't had this conversation before.
Mm-hmm.
But if she is one of those... She could be one of those vegetarians that is a vegetarian for moral reasons.
Right.
And then she'll never be okay with it. You know, because if you're a vegetarian for a moral
reason, you're never going to be okay with the fact
like,
that
I'm never going to be okay with you eating, baby cows. That's
baby cows.
That's what veal is. Veal is baby cows. But yeah. So
there you go.
If it's something like that, then it's never going to be okay. But if she's just annoyed by it, then y'all can't be together, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, no, sometimes you just don't click because of something like that, and you just got to move on. But anyway, I just thought that title was funny because...
That was pretty funny looking.
You know, how are you going to do that? But that's all I got for Reddit stuff today.
Oh, so, well, she said there's... I'm going to say is a she, or I don't know, but there are so much lessons in life. Thing is, people often don't see them. You right.
You correct.
That's why hindsight is 20/20.
Thanks for hopping in the chat with us. We appreciate it.
No, I really appreciate that. Okay, so you want to get to drafting?
Absolutely. I'm so excited for this draft, by the way. I feel like some of mine are so good.
Okay, so for those who are new to the podcast, we do what's called drafts, where we draft non-sport related things. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows in all sports you draft, in fantasy sports you draft, and you pick the best thing on the board and you create your team. Mm-hmm. And we do that for non-sport related things, and then you tell us who had the better team. So the topic that we are drafting about today is ways to say hi and goodbye.
I love it. I'm
so just
excited.
Different greetings. Which ones are the best? You want to rock, paper, scissors?
I was going to ask.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I get you every time with rock. Every time with rock. Okay.
I'm going to start doing paper every time. Anyway.
Okay. For my first pick in the saying hi and goodbye draft.
If you take my number one pick, I'm going to cry.
I'm going to pick one of my favorites. What's crack-a-lackin'? That is one of my favorite greetings. What's crack-a-lackin'?
You know the first place I ever heard that? In the movie Madagascar, the zebra. He goes, "What's crack-a-lackin'?"
That's Chris Rock, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go.
So shout out Chris Rock.
So your next two picks.
All right, for my first pick, I'm going to take the man hug, where you aggressively pat each other on the back. I feel like that's the best
You're drafting actions. I like it.
Yeah. A lot of mine are actions, yeah. So that's my top one, and I got that
Jordan
one because because of Jordan.
God, that hurts.
Jordan aggressively, you could hear it from a mile away. He really comes at you with the pats. Number 2, a classic hug. That's my favorite. Okay. You know, I love a classic hug greeting.
Okay.
For sure.
Got you. All right, so with my next two picks, I am going to do bowing.
No! It's okay. That was one of my backups. Just kidding.
Yeah, just a little
namaste.
Namaste.
I like that one. That's a good one.
My third pick, I'm going to take when dads say yellow.
No.
Yellow.
That's so funny. Oh my god. All right, with my third, you're gonna love this one. This is just for you. With my third pick, I'm gonna take Gabe's from The Office. Ciao.
Ciao.
Chow's
a really good one.
Love that one. Number 4, also for you, babe. Howdy, partner.
Howdy.
No, it's the howdy partner. It has to be howdy partner.
Gotcha.
Let me tell you.
Gotcha. Okay, so with my last two picks, I'm going to take Top of the Morning.
I love it.
And then I'm going to end it, shout out to the Jewish community, with Shalom.
Shalom. Well, so Shalom, that's actually the family that I used to work for. I forget exactly where they're from, but that's what they would say. Shalom. That's how they would greet each other.
And that's my team.
I love it. All right, for my last pick, I will take how the Frenchies do it. I'm sorry if that's offensive. Air kisses on the cheek.
The double cheek kiss.
jet.
No, I
Love
respect that.
Honorable mentions. In some places they rub noses. I thought that was interesting. Weird. Don't get that close to my face. Sorry.
A little Eskimo kiss or butterfly kisses.
Yes, that's what they're called.
Yeah.
Butterfly or Eskimo kisses. And then another one that I saw is some people, they stick their tongues out. I don't know what that's about.
That's an Indian culture, I believe, because
I didn't get to dive deep into like where it was, so I wasn't sure.
I think the Dalai Lama got in trouble with
Really?
that shit, with the little boy and shit.
And then my last honorable mention is high-fiving, like just pull up and love that one.
Good one. Yeah, my other ones are kind of just like sayings. I had sayonara was on there.
Sayonara. I like
Greetings.
What about see you later, alligator? That's a classic.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I'm mad I didn't pick that one. But yeah, sayonara and greetings was my extra ones.
Greetings. I feel like greetings is like a Spock thing. Greetings, alien.
And so, and get into some music news.
Are we going to music news? What about our trivia? We
got trivia. Yeah,
Come on now, don't skip over my trivia. I got some good trivia for you.
Okay.
You want me to go first?
Let's do it.
All right. Number 1. Who is the highest paid comedian in the world?
Dave Chappelle?
No.
Ooh, it's not Dave Chappelle.
Or I should say this: who has the highest net worth?
So when we say comedian, are we talking a comedic actor or a stand-up comedian?
Like stand-up comedian.
Oh.
So stand-up comedian, and let me
Chappelle?
Let me rephrase and say their net worth. What's the
richest
comedian who has the highest net worth?
Seinfeld?
Yep.
Okay,
there you go. Good
My
job.
bad.
He, by the way, his net worth is...
if you would have phrased it that way, I think I would have got it first, because
Yeah.
I would say Chappelle probably makes more money per show than Seinfeld, but Seinfeld has just been years of killing it. And
Yeah.
Chappelle took, years off.
Right.
And
just for those who don't know, his net worth is $920 million.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Like
He's
you're pushing $1 billion.
He's him.
That's crazy.
Shout out Seinfeld.
All right. Number 2, who's the highest paid singer in the world? And I do actually mean highest paid.
So like for a show, when they get booked,
for a show, like all the money they make from everything that goes into them being a singer.
Rihanna. Am I close?
Kind of.
Because like I guess I'm thinking more of net worth, because Rihanna has Fenty, and Fenty's going crazy.
She is the highest net worth of a music artist. Okay,
so I was right there.
But we're talking about highest paid for like shows, for just like album listening, like all of that.
Do I know this person?
Absolutely.
So 2 come to mind.
Okay.
Adele?
No.
Beyonce?
No.
I don't know then.
Taylor.
Fuck, and it's not worth it. I'm sorry.
Taylor Swift, and guess how much she made in 2022? She made $92 million.
Off of touring and shit?
Off of touring and all of her stuff, yeah. All right, number 3, how much is Kevin Hart's net worth?
Ooh.
And I have information as of June this year.
Kevin Hart's net worth. It's up there. I am going to go...
Give me your best guess.
Yeah. I don't think it's... This might be shooting it a little high. I'm going to go 200 million.
450 million.
There you go. That's a lot.
He is worth a lot. Yeah, that was as of June this year. Mm-hmm. All right, number 4. Who was the highest paid actor in 2022? So, only men.
The Rock.
No.
Damn.
This one actually surprised me quite a bit. Because I guess you kind of have to think about like what came out.
Yeah.
A little bit, because it's
fucking tell you. Movies have been trashed.
That's why this one kind of like took me back by surprise when I found this out.
Hit me.
Tom Cruise for $100 million.
Because of Top Gun, and I think he did a Mission Impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Trash.
All right, and for the last one, same thing. Who's the highest paid actress in 2023? So far this year, who is the highest paid female? Why do I have to say female? Highest paid actress.
Man, movies have been trash. I haven't really been looking at movies.
By the way, I think she's kind of hot. She's a
Jennifer Lawrence?
No, that's a good guess though.
Who we got?
Scarlett Johansson for $56 million. She's so pretty.
Shout out.
Anyway, that was my kind of trivia, kind of more just picking your brain, wondering how much of this you knew.
Not a whole lot. Okay. All right. So
you're so dumb. You got some questions for me?
Yeah. So I actually stumbled upon this accidentally when I was preparing for a topic that I will talk about later.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote down. This is how I spend my time, by the way. I could have been doing I could have been playing video games, which would have been a red flag, but I could have been playing a video game.
Bring it back around.
I could have been doing so much, but I wrote down every artist, band, whoever that has a diamond album. Okay? 93 of them.
Oh
now, some of them are doubles.
You wrote down 93 names.
No, well, some of them are doubled. Like, some of them have multiple albums that are diamond.
Oh, okay.
So, there's 93 instances, 93 albums.
Okay.
Or is it 91? It's one of the two.
Okay.
Dyslexic, you know what I'm saying. So, what I want you to do, you have 3 lives. I want you to name as many artist bands, you know what I'm saying, that have a diamond album. So, I mean, it's like...
And so a diamond album is that it's gone platinum 10 times?
Yes, it's over 10 million.
And I just have to name the artist?
Just the artist, not the album.
Okay.
Just the artist.
Okay.
And you have 3 lives. So let's see how
lives.
many you can get. Can I actually count? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
this
12,
is
13,
the
14,
jams.
15, 16, 17,
Yeah.
19, 20, 21.
Let's
No,
do
it's
it.
a lot. It's a lot. So you have a
Okay.
lot to choose from. But you have 3 lives. So when you get it
I
wrong...
feel like that's not enough for me, but it's okay.
But we'll just see how many you can
I'm
knock
gonna
out.
get to
Some
about
of these are
4.
a given. Some of these are a given.
I'm going to get to about 4.
We'll see.
Okay, we're going to start out Outkast.
Yes.
Jay-Z.
No.
Really?
No Jay-Z. So you got
Jay-Z.
so
I'm
you got
just kidding.
two lives left.
Well, damn, we got, so far as to 1. Okay.
Like you could take it out of it's all genres.
Yeah, all genres.
Yeah.
I got you. Beyonce?
No Beyonce.
Really?
No Beyonce. You have 1 life left. This is not how I thought this would have gone.
Riri?
I thought Rihanna has 1, I believe. No, Rihanna didn't have any.
She don't have any?
No, that was the quickest segment that we've ever done. Why? Like, you got the Beatles, Michael Jackson, Prince.
Because I'm thinking about people in the now.
U2.
U2 is diamond? Really?
U2's like the biggest band in the world.
No.
So.
Well, I was gonna get to those people. I was naming the ones that I was like for sure.
Let's keep going. No, let's keep going. Then. Let's keep going.
Okay. Well, all the people you said, Beatles, Michael for sure.
Michael, yeah.
Prince for sure.
Prince.
What about Queen?
Queen's not on here.
Really? Okay.
That's surprising. That's a good guess, though.
Yeah.
You have one of these albums.
I have one of these albums?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm. She's it's a number and she's British.
It's a number and she's
The album
British.
name is a number and she's British. You have the vinyl.
Really?
This is how I know you just waste my fucking money. This is how I know. You just buy shit and then you're like, I have this?
Oh, Adele.
Adele is on there.
Every album she has is a number.
This is a rapper we make fun of a lot.
Eminem.
Eminem
I was
has
gonna
two.
guess him.
Eminem has 2.
He was gonna be my next guest after Riri, but then Riri just disappointed.
Some rock bands in here.
Nickelback.
Nickelback has 1.
That's hilarious. That's so funny.
Yeah.
What about like a Three Doors Down?
No.
No. See, that was such a shot in the dark, but I was just like, I love them.
One of these is a groomer that no one wants to talk about.
Oh,
Elvis.
Mr. Elvis himself.
Elvis has a diamond
Didn't
album.
he like marry a 10-year-old?
Let his fans tell you he had a woman that he knew of from like a family friend, a daughter of a family friend or whatever, and like they met when she was like 13 or some shit, and he never did anything until
She was
was
legal.
18, and then I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's a lie. Bold-faced lie.
There's some crazy. One of these.
Give me some more. Who else is on this list?
One of these. Our best friend really enjoys, not Jordan, but his fiance, Aaron.
Miss Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey has one. This one's crazy. Nelly has one. Country Grammar is diamond.
Is a diamond album? I would have never guessed that in a million years.
My favorite oldies rock
Does Kendrick
band.
have one?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, Kendrick.
My
Kanye.
favorite. No.
Really?
There's not a lot of rappers. Tupac and Biggie have one
Of course.
each. If that's what's gonna happen. My favorite oldies band.
Boyz II Men.
Boyz II Men has one.
Boyz II Men.
But that's not.
But
even
that's
what I
not
was
who you're
saying.
talking about?
Boyz II Men does have one.
But your favorite oldies band?
Yeah, like my favorite oldie rock band.
Oldie rock band. Ooh.
The Eagles.
The Eagles.
have
I
one.
should have guessed that one.
Another one. Another.
What about Journey?
I don't think so.
No.
No, Journey's not on here.
I think
But
that my
like
mom's favorite
in
band.
that time, there's some.
There's some.
Time, like
Boston?
Boston has
Boston,
one.
that's my
Boston
dad's
has
favorite
a
band.
diamond. Def Leppard,
Def Leppard.
Floyd.
I forgot about both of them.
Pink Floyd. I'm gonna tell you who's been on this.
Fleetwood Mac?
Fleetwood Mac.
There
I
we
was
go.
gonna say I have a shirt of those people. So
Yeah.
there you go, Fleetwood Mac. Another rock band. I'm a big fan of the lead singer who offed himself. Kurt Cobain.
Oh,
Nirvana. Nirvana has one.
See, I'm just so bad with stuff on
Yeah.
the spot like this. It's so, like, I swear, you'll ask me these questions and it's like every name of artist that I like just escape my brain. And I'm like, there's only 3 artists in the world, so I don't know how there's 93.
Let me just scroll, and I'll just give you. So we said Prince, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Michael Jackson.
Oh, Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin. TLC has one.
Really?
Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls.
What about Salt and Pepper?
Salt and Pepper did some crazy work, but no, they are not on here. Taylor Swift has one.
Of course she does.
This is the most random one. Smashing Pumpkins has a
What?
has a diamond album. Yep.
That's weird.
ZZ Top, Meatloaf, my mom.
ZZ Top, no way. I was literally in my
Yeah.
head just thinking, like, I wonder if ZZ Top did. I saw them perform.
Linkin Park has one. Yeah, they're from Houston.
They performed their song LaGrange in LaGrange.
Phil Collins has one. NSYNC has one. The Backstreet
That was somebody
Boys.
I was going to ask.
How about someone that Kid Rock has a diamond album?
No!
Backstreet Boys, Bon Jovi, MC Hammer, Creed.
Y'all hear this
Weird
crazy?
one.
That's very weird.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go through and give you the people I've never heard of. All right.
Okay.
You ready? I know him. Jewel. Jewel.
The hell is that?
No idea who that is. Oh, Hootie and the Blowfish have one. Shout out Darius.
Oh, wow.
Nora Jones is the jazz. I got that one. No Doubt. No idea who that is.
Don't know.
Don't
know any idea who that is.
Carole King. No idea who that is.
You go, Carole King. Woohoo!
You know who's on this? You know who was up and down this list? Shania Twain. Like crazy.
Really?
Had like 3 of them bitches. I swear.
So did you see who has the most ever? Like,
No, that's not what this was. This was a list of whoever wrote this article ranking which Diamond albums were the best.
gotcha.
So
Okay.
I didn't look to see who had the most. I know Eminem has a couple. I know NSYNC had a couple. Usher's on here.
Really?
Usher's
Good
on
for
here.
Usher.
Whitney's on here. You know, I love Whitney. Alanis Morissette. That's a kind of a weird one. AC/DC's on here.
Of course.
George Michael. Got a hand beat the beat the beat. Bruce Springsteen. Born in the USA. Of course. The Pubs made that one go crazy. They was blasting that shit. Metallica. Van Halen.
The Pubs.
Ooh. That was loud, whatever you just did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Stevie Wonder. Shout out Stevie. But yeah, so Kenny G is a random one too. I love Kenny G, but
I don't even know who that is.
a soulful singer.
Oh, my bad.
But yeah, the Outkast album that was platinum is Speaker Box and The Love Below, which is like
I love that one.
solid.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, so we didn't really kill our trivia today.
No, we both didn't do too hot.
Okay, so you want to get into music? Since that was kind of music.
I always want to get into music.
So it's been a quiet week for music. Lil Uzi Vert put out an album. I listened to the first 5 songs and cut that shit right off.
I'm sorry, Lil Uzi. It's just you're just not it, sir.
Actually, so the big narrative, well, not even a narrative, it's true. There has not been a #1 hip hop album on Billboard.
Really?
In like a record amount of time. Like it's the longest we've never had a hip hop album go #1. And they say that this Uzi project is projected to go #1.
Really?
So Uzi's the one to stop the drought. But yeah, I don't know. The first song was actually good. I liked the intro song, but then like the next 3 songs, I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know.
Like, what are you listening to?
I don't know what it's like a mixture of rock and hip hop and
he's
like,
always kind of had an interesting style.
He's a rock star, but anyway, the things that we brought up, and one of these topics I'm probably going to go in on, so kind of give me the isolation to do so. But Rihanna is the first female artist to have 10 separate songs reach over 1 billion streams.
That's crazy.
So out of all
do you know which songs they are?
No, I probably should have looked that up, but I just read the article. Maybe
I wonder if I can find it.
No, I know where it's at.
I want you to keep, talking about our
what
we got going.
So think about her entire her entire catalog. Oh, 10 billion of those streams are only from 10 songs.
Isn't it?
It's 1 billion.
1 billion streams
so that's
each.
10 billion streams from just 10 songs.
That's insane.
That is something else. But if you find it, can I and this is a Spotify record. Ooh, I found it. I found the article at least. And the thing is, she hasn't put out an album since like 2016, which is wild.
I think I got you.
This article doesn't say it though.
You want me to list them off?
No, I want to guess them.
Okay, guess.
So you have the 10?
I have the 10.
Okay, how'd you find that? Is that on Hip Hop DX?
Nope.
Wow. Okay. Diamonds in the Sky.
Diamonds is one.
Okay.
Diamonds is number 8.
Okay. Boom. Okay, this turned into its own little trivia. Okay. Diamonds is 8. Work.
That's number 2.
Let's go. I'm gonna get 3 lives.
Sure.
Okay. What's that song? We Fell in Love in a Hopeless Place.
We Found Love is number 5.
Yeah. Oh, your boy's on point. So 1's still there. Ooh, what's her?
1 is very interesting to me. This kind of surprises me.
That's it.
I would have thought that. Oh, never mind.
I'm gonna go Love on the Brain.
No, Love on the Brain is number 7. Oh, I thought you were guessing the number 1.
Oh no, but I'm right. I'm still going.
No,
okay.
yeah, Love on Brain is number 7.
Okay.
My bad.
Oh, no,
I misunderstood.
We're fine. I feel like my favorite song's not on there. Needed Me's not on there.
Needed Me is number 3.
Okay, Needed Me. Okay, people disrespect that record.
That's the song that I thought would be number 1.
Yeah, people disrespect.
But it's not.
Okay, so I'm right. Okay, I haven't lost yet. So I need 1.
You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 left to guess.
Okay, 5 left. Okay, and these are her songs, not her features.
One of them's a feature. No, yeah, one of them's a feature.
So she's featured on this song.
Yeah, one of them she's only featured on.
Is it that Calvin Harris record?
No.
Oh.
One of them she's featured. The rest are her songs.
Shit. I know there's one I'm forgetting like crazy probably.
No, yeah.
Kiss It Better.
No.
No, I was doing so good. Kiss it better.
I don't even see that one on like.
Oh fuck me.
The top 30.
Okay, let's go. I got this.
You can do
Don't
it.
give up on me.
No, you got this. I believe in you.
What's my name?
No.
Oh no, that's not on there. I'ma die.
Unless I'm dumb and don't know the name of it, but
it's
no.
called What's My Name.
Yeah, no.
Oh no. And then the last one that's on my mind, fuck. And I don't want to be wrong, but at the same time, I don't want to have dead air. Umbrella.
Umbrella's number 6.
Okay. I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
You're still alive. You
Okay.
have 1, 2, 3, 4 left.
Ah.
I'll say I don't think I know the 10th song. I'm not gonna lie. I probably
Okay.
do, but like seeing the title, it doesn't like pop a spark in my brain.
Get in your house. What are you doing?
She's like, I can say hi on the camera.
Oh, man. And I don't have one.
You still haven't guessed number 1.
Can you give me what number 1 starts with? Like, just the letter? Or is that too much?
It's not gonna help you really.
It's not
Probably.
gonna help?
No. Do you see him just poking out? Y'all see my buddy, my little
Oh,
furball?
man. I'm just going to throw one out there because I don't think I'm going to get it.
Okay.
Let me go.
You got this.
Can you tell me the album it's on?
I don't know.
I
I can look
I'm
it
going to
up.
go. No. I'm going to go. Bitch Better Have My Money.
No, Bitch Better Have My Money is number 16.
All right. What we got?
Okay. At number 1.
Give me 1 to 10.
Yep. At number 1.
No,
we
go
have
10 to 1. 10 to 1.
10 to 1?
Yeah.
Okay. At number 10, we have 4 or 5 seconds.
No. Would have never guessed it.
That one, I don't think I even know that
I
song.
know the song, but I just would have never guessed it.
At number 9, we have Stay. Surprised you didn't guess that one.
Ah, yeah. I should have guessed it. For sure.
Number 8 is Diamonds. Number 7 is Love on the Brain.
Yep.
Number 6 is Umbrella.
Yep.
Number 5 is We Found Love.
Yep.
Number 4, this is her feature, Love the Way You Lie, with Eminem.
Such a trash song. Such a garbage song.
Number 3, Needed Me.
Mhm.
Number 2, Work. And number 1, This Is What You Came For.
Really?
Yep. And by a long shot too, by 280 million streams.
That's that
over
one.
number 2.
I guess that's that one. But
Yeah.
that was fun. That was we did not plan that. That was a spontaneous segment.
That was fun.
We just came up
And
with.
I'll say her number 11 song is not far from being at 1 billion either. It's The Wild Thoughts.
Wow, that's the DJ Khaled record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what song I'm surprised is solo on this list is Take a Bow.
That's
such a good record. Oh, Kiss It Better is number 28. There you go,
I
baby.
was so wrong. What about she knows I'm unfaithful and unfaithful.
Unfaithful, number 35.
That's a bot. What about Disturbia? That's my joint.
Where is Disturbia?
Not even on there? Disturbia.
I don't think it's even on here.
That's crazy. So, but was it doing features like what is it? Run This Town, Jay-Z, Kanye? It wasn't doing it like that?
Run This Town is like not even up here.
It's probably just songs that's like credited under her.
Well, she has like Loyalty is number 21.
Yeah, Run This Town was a bop. I don't care what anyone says.
Pon de Replay is 19.
Hey, Mr. DJ, come down the replay. Hey, Mr. DJ, won't you turn the music
Oh,
up?
Disturbia is 22.
Hey, that's my record.
Sorry, that's so many and I'm trying to like look at it.
No, you're good.
That's crazy.
Okay, so let's...
Pour It Up is 31.
That's probably what I was
Pour
thinking
It Up, Pour It Up.
That's crazy.
Love it. Anyway.
All right, so...
That was fun. I enjoyed that a lot.
Shout out Riri. 10 songs over 1 billion. Let's go.
Yeah, that's crazy. Good job, girl.
I don't know too much of the logistics on this one, but R. Kelly's victims are getting some money from his music royalties. Up until this point, they've only received $27,000 worth of music royalties. So I'm assuming, and again, when it comes to legal articles, like I have a hard time understanding what's what. But
they use a lot of the legal mumbo jumbo, and you're like, what?
I don't really get it too much, but they said I'm assuming they got a crazy settlement, and
Today on Judge Judy,
they've only got $27,000 up to this point, but the judge ordered R. Kelly and the label that he's at to give out $500,000, a little more than $500,000 worth of music royalties to the victims. So they're getting some more money. So
I feel like that's not enough. Is that just me? How many victims is it? Do you know?
I don't know the specifics. I know it's multiple, but I don't know.
Because, like, if it's 5 of them, they're only getting 100 grand a piece. I don't know.
R. Kelly is one of those situations where you don't know about the scenario because it's so disturbing to find out.
Yeah.
Like, because that is some wild shit.
Some nastiness. I don't think I've never even really dived into it because I've never really wanted to know.
Surviving R. Kelly is a documentary that's on Netflix or something.
Yeah, I've never really wanted to know because I've heard that it's pretty gross and nasty.
Kidnapping underage women.
Yeah, that's awful.
And forcing them to do inhumane things.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So this is where I'm gonna need some space.
Okay. Y'all gonna see me lean back for a minute.
Brandon's about to talk a lot.
I'm gonna lean back.
Okay, so Billboard, the trusted music public, trusted music, what the word am I thinking of? Public, whatever. The music news organization that we trust the most. That is Billboard. They put out a top 50 list for the top 50 rap groups of all time. And I have a bone to pick. Now look, Outkast is number 1. Billboard agrees, I agree. Outkast is number 1, there's no conversation there. But it gets hairy. It gets a little tricky once you go down. So I'm going to read the list here. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go start at 1 this time. Number 1 is Outkast. No argument. Excuse me. No argument for me. Number 2 is Wu-Tang. No argument for me.
Wu-Tang Clan?
No argument for me. Number 3 is NWA. Sure.
Straight out of Compton.
Number 4 is Tribe Called Quest. Sure. 5, Run DMC. Sure. 6, Public Enemy. I don't know. 7, Eric B. and Rakim. I don't know. 8, Salt and Peppa. When I initially saw this list, I'm like, Salt and Peppa shouldn't be on there. I was wrong. They were way more popular than I ever gave them credit for.
Yeah.
And we'll get into the logistics of it all.
Okay.
9, De La Soul. You're not going to find a bigger De La Soul fan than me. I don't know. 10, The Roots. In theory, I love The Roots. Okay? And 11, Migos. Here's the thing. Migos at 11 is criminally low. And I'm going to explain why.
I was going to say why.
I'm going to explain why.
Why?
I was working on this all morning. Okay? Now, again, Outkast at 1, that's where they should be. There's no argument there. And if anyone has an argument, get a life. Okay? 2, Wu-Tang. Yes. Okay, I get it. Wu-Tang at 2. They invented a sound. But in the same breath of inventing sounds, we have to talk about Migos. If I were to make, and no one knows, you'd be hard pressed to find someone that knows more about hip hop than this guy. Mm-hmm. This is the only thing that I have inhaled since 8-9 years old is hip hop. This is what I do. Okay.
Absolutely.
So I know all about this. Okay. Migos at 11 is so disrespectful. And let me explain why. NWA. I understand fuck the police. Mm-hmm. I understand Straight Outta Compton. I understand this, okay? Can you name me more than 3 songs from them? And I'm not talking to you. I'm just talking about.
No, I kind of want to try though. NWA. Straight Outta Compton. That's all I got. So let's prove the point there.
That's all I got. So, okay.
I know there's Inward with Attitude, right?
Yeah.
Or that's just what they're
called? That's
called?
what they're called.
But isn't there a song?
There might. Again, there might be. I don't know.
Don't know. Okay.
So, Tribe Called Quest. Look. I get it. Tribe Called Quest, I understand. Name me more than 3 songs from Tribe Called Quest. Anybody, okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. Run DMC. My Adidas. It's Tricky. Walk This Way. They were the first rap group to really
Tricky.
to really collaborate with rock, you know, and that side of things. You know, I get it. Public Enemy. I love Shut 'Em Down. I do. Name me more songs. This is my point. Migos created a whole sound. Migos came out and everybody followed suit. Everybody wanted to rap like Migos. Drake hopped on Versace rapping like Migos. They created a flow. They created a sound. And I understand NWA, they were a movement. That's not lost upon me. I get that.
Of course.
I understand that. Run DMC, Public Enemy, they had a message behind them. I understand that. But why do we live in this time where because it's older, it's better?
Nostalgia is a thing.
I don't like
is a
that.
Huge factor for people.
I don't like that. And I come with numbers.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. When you're putting together a list like what you're going off of, you have to do it numbers based, not opinion based.
I have because at the end of the day, it's just you saying who you like more.
Right.
And
we don't want to know that.
I want to be a little more analytical than that. Okay, so we'll go here. Migos is at 11, by the way. Migos have 4 albums. One of them shouldn't count. Because it was an album that they put out like almost independently. No one heard about it because they were low on the totem pole. It starts with Culture. So they really have 3 albums. They have Culture, Culture 2, and Culture 3, right? So, but I'll give the benefit of the doubt, so they have 4 albums. I don't agree with that take, but let's go 4 albums. Out of those 4 albums, they are 3 times platinum. They went Culture, I believe Culture 1 went platinum once, and then Culture 2 went 2 times platinum, for a total of 3 times platinum. That's over 3 million records. Mm-hmm. And I think I don't think the certification has came through on their latest album, which I will believe at least went gold, if not platinum. But it's not on there, so I'm not gonna.
How many views is gold or streams?
50,000. Well, streams is a different story, but sales, it's 50,000 hard copies.
Gotcha.
Sold.
Okay.
So, okay, Migos, 4 albums, 3 times platinum, over 3 million records, and again, way more because of the new album. But the new album came out last year, I think, or the year before. So the certification isn't in yet. I'm assuming it's going to be gold. All right. The Roots is in front of Migos on this list at 10. The Roots have 11 albums. 2 are gold, 1 is platinum.
Make it make sense.
Out of 11 albums. Okay, so I think it's safe to say Migos should move up to 10. With that being in the conversation, okay? De La Soul, again, Me, Myself, and I, love that song. De La Soul, 9 albums, 1 gold, 1 platinum. I think it's safe to say the Migos should be at 9. Okay, let's keep going. Salt and Pepper, I'm sorry, I disrespected these. They need to be higher apparently. Salt and Pepper, 5 albums, 6 times platinum, 2 times gold.
That's crazy.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
No, they was going crazy. Okay. Eric B and Rakim. I understand that Rakim is your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. I understand that. Eric B and Rakim, 4 albums, 1 platinum, 2 gold. Safe to say that Migos can move up another spot. Public Enemy, 15 albums, 3 gold, 2 platinum. And I should say 3 times gold, because some of these went multiple times platinum. Mm-hmm. 3 times platinum. So, Migos and Public Enemy, there's a conversation there. Run DMC, 7 albums, 5 times platinum. If you want to put them above Migos, I get it. Tribe Called Quest, 6 albums, 3 times platinum, 3 times gold. NWA,
they're a little high.
NWA, 2 albums, 4 times platinum, and Wu-Tang, 7 albums, 8 times platinum, 1 time gold. Outkast, 22 times platinum. So yeah, no, you got it, Outkast.
Outkast went 22 times platinum.
22 times platinum. I think Speaker Box The Love Below is Diamond. They went 11, so 11 million copies.
That's insane.
I didn't have the literal list of how many times they went platinum, but I think Stankonia was like
That's gonna be like
six
I was gonna
times.
say like 5
Yeah,
or
6
something.
times platinum. I think Aquemini was 3 times platinum, and then their debut was like 1 times platinum, and whatever, it equals up to 22.
Yeah.
But here's my thing: it's a backpacker made that list. I understand it. Someone who's 48 years old made that list, and I understand it. Okay, but we have got to take so much of our bias out of it because it becomes an analytical conversation. You are not going to put The Roots, and you are not going to put Public Enemy. You're not going to put these guys in front of Migos when the numbers don't match. And back in the day, they you had to physically buy albums. There was no streaming, so they got more sales that way.
Right.
And we talked about how many people would buy albums because of one single that was hard.
Right.
They would just go buy the whole album. And streaming, you need to stream an album like 1,000 times for it to equal one sale. Like, streaming is harder, and it honestly it affects the artist in a negative way. Everybody knows this.
Right.
So if it was easier for them to go platinum back in the day, because if you were popping, everybody bought your album, because what else are you gonna do?
Right.
And you're gonna tell me The Roots is higher on the list than Migos?
I don't even know who The Roots are.
It's
Every other person that you've named.
Thought, it's Black Thought, who's one of the best rappers in the world. Black Thought, Questlove, and them. But if you're gonna tell me,
I mean, no disrespect.
if you're gonna tell me that The Roots is higher on the list than Migos, but they sold less music, more people bought the Migos, and the Migos created a whole sound. Whoever wrote that article, you sound out of touch, and you're letting your biases get to you. You want to tell me those guys are higher on the list than Migos, but more people bought Migos and a lot less people bought their music.
Yeah.
So what are you saying then? What's the point?
It's just your opinion at that point.
You're just like, oh, I like them better. Like, come on, let's get a little more analytical with it, and let's bring. And again, Outkast is 1. If you want to put Wu-Tang at 2, if you want to put NWA,
so they don't give any explanation on that article.
I'm sure
as
it does.
To why they put it in that order.
I'm sure it does. Let me go, Bill.
Because that just doesn't make any sense to me.
I go Billboard top 50.
I still can't get
rapper.
over that Outkast went 22 times.
And my favorite group, Gangstar, with Guru and DJ Premier, I think they were like 29 or some shit. Which that hurts my feelings.
29.
Yeah, the Locks is sitting at 22.
You know what number is funnier than 29?
No, this is crazy.
28.
Bone Thugs and Harmony is at 21. That's crazy.
Wow.
UGK, shout out Houston, 20. I don't know. G Unit's at 19, which makes sense. They had one album. I get it. 3-6 Mafia is at 18.
Hello?
Cypress Hill, 17. Beastie Boys. Get Beastie Boys the fuck out of here. How about that? Fugees are at 14. Mobb Deep's at 13. Shit. Okay, so Migos. Here we go. The culture-shifting trio from Atlanta changed the rap game forever with their rapid-fire triplet flow, nicknamed the Migos flow, memorable ad-libs, and intricately layered trap production. Their 2013 breakout hit Versace showcased their infectious energy, which instantly lured Drake into its remix.
So what about the Roots though? What is their reason for putting the Roots at like number 8 or whatever?
The brainchild of Tyreek Black Thought Trotter and Amir Questlove Thompson, both teenagers at the time of the group's inception, the Roots achieved unprecedented success for a full band in hip hop. Throughout all its member iterations, the group remained an authority in the experimental space, capturing the essence of what Black Thought called organic hip-hop jazz, and delivered some of the genre's most iconic moments. Their 2000 cut You Got Me alongside Erykah Badu and Eve took home the Grammy for Best Rap Performance by a Duo or Group, that's really specific, while their 1995 album Do You Want More remains a genre classic. The Roots proved influential outside of their own catalog as well, accompanying Jay-Z during his famous MTV Unplugged acoustic set. Yeah, and the Roots, they're the band on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. So really? The band that plays, like, that's Questlove and them over there. So
yeah, I don't agree. That's a weird list.
But, like, again, if we're putting them side by side, one group literally created a whole genre. And I guess they're kind of saying that with the Roots too. I guess they're saying they had jazz, hip hop, whatever. But if we're talking the Migos changed everything. It's not like the Roots came out and then everyone wanted to do
jazz hip hop.
No, you know, like it. And I'm not knocking them. I love Black Thought and Questlove more than the next guy. But it's like you have to, and then if they're even, if you want to have that conversation, they both created a lane. Okay, let's talk numbers.
The numbers, right?
Let's talk numbers then. And who wins that? The Migos. When it was harder, there's an argument, and this doesn't have logic in it, and I don't like to bring up these things in debates, but let's put the Migos back when there wasn't streaming.
Mm-hmm.
How much more would their numbers be inflated? Because it's all streaming numbers now. No one's out buying CDs unless you're me.
Right.
I actually still go out and physically buy CDs. But like if you know, your back's against the wall when you're working against the streaming monster,
mm-hmm.
and back in the day, they could just sell, you know, a single, and people will go out and physically buy their album.
Right.
Not doing that anymore. So it was easier to calculate your sales back in the day because buying one unit meant one sale.
Mm-hmm.
Where nowadays you have to have a certain amount of streams to equal one sale. It's a lot harder nowadays.
Yeah.
And especially the consumer nowadays has so much ADHD that no one's like, who's listening to a full album now? You know, people
it's crazy.
People get bored right through it.
It's a lost concept, and that's why I really appreciate the fact that we do go out and physically buy albums, because, I mean, you see it, you know, our vinyl's back here, and then, you know, you collect your CDs, and I don't know, listening to an album, I just think has so much, there's so much value there to listening from it cover to cover. It is supposed to be a story, and you're supposed to listen to it cover to cover. It's the way it's meant to be heard, and people who don't do that, it just like makes my skin crawl. And I'm like, you know, no, you know, knocks on people who don't do that. I mean, you know, you listen and take in music how you do, and that's your own thing. But
I mean, fuck, I used to listen to music weird. I used to get a new album and hit shuffle.
That used to drive me insane.
No. I don't do that anymore, but I used to, because I'm just like, I just want to hear the music. I just want to hear, because like, I mean, and my thought process back then was, what if, you know, track 16 is super fire, and what if I hate 1 through 10 and I give up on the album when 16 was fire? Because, you know, that's a concept for me, that a content concept that I want to make, where I'm talking about songs that are way too low on track lists. Like Young Jeezy's album, the album that has Put On with Kanye.
Isn't that like number 14?
It's like the second to last song.
Yeah, that's
and I'm
crazy.
just like, yo, if you didn't like this album and threw it away, you wouldn't have heard Put On, and that's crazy. But
for
anyways,
sure.
That's all I got for music. I just wanted to get on my soapbox and just say, yo, we gotta stop being backpackers, dude. Like, I think there's a good balance of recognizing, like, you heard me in this conversation, I recognize what NWA did, what Run DMC did. They were definitely groundbreakers, and Outkast is Outkast. I get it. But then we fall too much in love with, oh, it was older, it was first, or it was close to being first,
or it's nostalgic,
so it's better. And I'm like, come on now.
That's
like,
not how it works.
No, like, it's all opinion based. Like, even what I'm saying right now is opinion based, but there is a sense of analytics to it, and
you have more numbers involved,
and especially, you know, emotions are heightened after, you know, Migos lost Takeoff, and it's like, you are not about to disrespect them like
for
that.
Sure.
Like, there's no way you're not about to do that. And then, I mean, y'all had like the Fugees and 3 6 Mafia way back. Come on now. I want to talk to who wrote that article, is all I'm saying.
Give me the email.
Yeah. All right, so you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, I was going to say, close out. Give me your music rec of the week.
Yes. So I'm gonna go new with it, and my music recommendation, Young Thug's new album, Business is Business. So it initially dropped, and then they re-released it, Metro Boomin's version of the album. That re-release version is the way the album is supposed to be listened to.
Gotcha.
Because the initial release, the first half of the album is very like, but then it gets crazy at the end. with Metro's new version, they kind of flipped it.
Okay.
So the hard records kind of start out.
Gotcha.
And so listen to Young Thug, or Free Thug, by the way, and his new Business is Business album, but Metro Boomin's version. That's fantastic.
Love it. Love it. That's a good one.
What you got?
For me, my rec is an album that came out in 2021. The album called Honest by Anders. It's
Anders.
a 9-song project. I really enjoy it. I consistently go back to it and listen to it. I just think it's cover to cover a really great listen. So check it out, my friends.
All right, we out of here.
Thanks for tuning in.
I'm gonna go turn it off.